Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my Fer.al videos. Today I'll be covering the percentage chance of getting rare and cool items when harvesting ingredients. Before I begin, this video will be a little confusing, so I recommend you don't stay too distracted while playing this video. Along with that, I did try my best to explain, but at the same time, explaining is not really my strong point, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Also, please note that this video is not 100% perfect. I did try my best to harvest a ton of resources, but there was really no way I could have done any more than I already did, as it was really mind-numbing. In a perfect world, I could have harvested thousands of items and ended up with the exact drop rate, but it's just unreasonable for me as I'm not a robot. A small shout out to my sister, Kate, for helping me harvest some ingredients. Her channel and Fer.al username can be found in the description. My goal with this video was to get a rough estimate of the chance that the Fer.al developers gave us of getting rare and cool items, as to put it bluntly, I was just curious. With all of this out of the way, let's get into the video. I decided to check the drop rates of all the resources that drop rare items in Lake Valley. This took me a very long time, as I had to wait for the difficult resources like void beetles, flies, and cinderfish to refresh enough to the point that I gained 250 ingredients from them. At first, I was looking to harvest 100 of every item available in Fer.al, but with items like pirate cicadas that would have taken forever. Instead, I decided to harvest each rare dropping item in Lake Route 250 times, and keep track of the ingredients it dropped. This still took way more time than I should have been comfortable with wasting, but once I got one foot in this, I decided it would be worth it to complete it. Now, onto the data. I'm going to go over each resource including the amount of rare, cool, and non-tagged items it dropped, and provide percentages. The first three resources only contain rare and non-tagged items, and don't drop cool items. First is the Aquarian. This gives out two items, the rare Aquarian Rose and the Aquarian Root. After 250 harvests, I ended up with 12 roses and 238 roots. The percentage I got from the chance of dropping a rare item is 4.8%. After that is a Carnation Koi. This drops the rare Carnation Koi or the Carnation Koi fins. Out of 250 drops, I ended up with 17 Koi and 233 fins. The odd thing about this was the fact that I didn't have too many at first, but near the 200 mark of harvesting them, I got a ton in a row. Unfortunately, there's always going to be discrepancies with such a small amount of data, but I'm just going with what I have. Overall, I ended up with a 6.8 chance of rare items, which is 2% more than the Aquarian. Last of the non-cool items is a cinderfish. Out of 250 drops, I ended up with 16 cinderfish and 234 fins. This was, once again, a little bit of a mess, as it started off pretty even with the Aquarian roses before I got a ton very quickly, and I think I'd go crazy if I decided to harvest more, but I just thought I'd let you all know. The overall percentage drop of rare items in this category is 6%, or 6 out of 100 drops. Moving on is the resources that give out rare, cool, and non-tagged items. First is the Fer.al. I ended up with 13 rare, 36 cool, and 201 non-tagged items. I ended up with a 5.2% chance of a rare drop, and a 14.4% chance of cool. Next is the Radiant Core. This gave 13 rare items, 56 cool, and 181 non-tagged items. This gave another 5.2% chance of a rare drop, and a 22.4% chance of a cool item. After that is a Venus Dandy. This gave 12 rare items, 48 cool, and 190 non-tagged. This gave a 4.8% chance of a rare drop and a 19.2% chance of a cool drop. Lastly is the Void Beetle. This gave 11 rare, 40 cool, and 199 non-tagged items. This had a drop rate of 4.4% rare items and 16% cool. The average of the resources that drop rare, cool, and non-tagged items was a 4.9% chance of a rare item and an 18% chance of a cool item. The overall average of the rare items that I harvested was a 5.37% chance overall. So, now that we've talked about all the information, what inferences have I made? I honestly believe that the set average for rare items is 5%, and the set average for cool items is 20%. This only currently applies to my beliefs in Lake Valley, as at the moment I haven't collected data anywhere else, but I also don't see a reason for them to have changed the drop rate from place to place. The reason I said that I believe rare items drop 5% is the fact that the overall percentage is really only 0.37% off. I honestly don't see a reason the Fer.al developers would pick a really obscure number, or just a number with decimals for a drop rate, and I feel like 5 is a commonly used number, close to the averages. For the cool items, I'd say the average is 20. Once again, it's a commonly used number, and my average percentage is only 2% away. Along with that, combining the percentages of the rare and cool tagged items that I inferred would make a 25% chance of getting something tagged, and I honestly think this is a very reasonable and obvious choice for a percentage. This of course is just a theory. There's a big chance that I could be wrong, I'm not denying it. I simply just inferred the percentage based off of the results I got. That's all for this video. I hope it helps some of you out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to support my channel. Bye!